Broadcasting straight from the top, X-TowerFM, brought to you by your hosts, Sapphire Blaze, Juice BBA, and Blade Bay X.
Get on, Beybladers. Blade Bay X here, X-TowerFM, joined finally, once again, by our beautiful co-hosts, Sapphire Blaze and Juice BBA. Round of applause for these two gentlemen, please.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It's well deserved. Guys, it's been a minute and a half. Let's jump straight into this. Some new, interesting, maybe concerning news about the World Championships later this year.
I think there's a lot of, concerns about the World Championships from various places in the world. I think since we've last had a podcast, though, it's been confirmed at least that we've got like tournament qualifiers for the US and for Australia, right? Did you have any opinion on the qualifiers for Australia?
There's some information I cannot share, but at the moment,
Great.
Juice has been selected. It's not a tournament. He's just
No.
he's just been appointed the representative.
Yes, they've just said, screw it, give it to him. Give it to Juice. He deserves it. He's done absolutely
like a
fuck
fair.
all. But let's give it to him.
Bro, that's how that would be a utopian society. That's how they run it.
All I can say, it's going to be very interesting, and a lot of people might not be pleased.
Ooh, does this mean? All right, you're not allowed to say.
I can't because
Okay.
it's not public yet. I can't say a thing. I don't know what part I can't say. Let me have a look. Give me a minute.
Like when
Can you at least tell us
this
when
knowledge
everyone's
will
going to be
become
disappointed?
available to the public.
Oh, I have no idea. Well,
I
because
can't wait.
Australia's has
Oh.
been announced and like where it's going to happen.
Okay, where's that?
America's.
Yeah.
I don't know when
Anyway.
that's happening because they haven't
Mm.
announced anything for that.
Yeah.
But Australia, it's happening at Parramatta. God damn it, let me have a look.
I didn't know where it
Scroll
was, and I
up.
just Googled it, and it was like Sydney. I was like,
The-
okay, I know Sydney.
Then
I've heard of that one.
national tournament for 2025, 28th and 29th of June at Westfield Parramatta. That is the Hasbro's qualifiers for Japan.
TT parts
I can
only.
read you-
Is that what the problem is? That'd be amazing.
I don't know if that's been
That'd
announced
be
yet.
oh wow! Is that an actual thing in Hasbro territories? They're saying like TT
No.
only. That'd be hilarious as fuck.
Double Extreme Stadium only.
Yeah.
There'll be 2 age brackets, one each day.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be obviously one for kids and one, I think what do they normally do? Is it 13 and up?
12 and up.
I think it's 13 and up, and then
Oh,
like
okay.
Yeah, winners from each bracket.
no,
will
because
qualify
I think
for
it's
World
6 to
Championships.
12. It's like 8 to 12 in Hasbro, right?
You guys
I'm
don't
not too
allow kids or whatever to enter the open category, do you?
No, and they've also got a
I'm not too
higher
sure.
minimum age.
Well,
Health
They'll
safety.
drop more information later. I don't know why they didn't drop.
They did announce that
like-
before.
They should have like re-dropped that with this. They should have like dropped a good chunk of
The
information.
children
instead of
yearn
just
for the
poster.
Beyblades.
They really do, and they're monsters at it too.
Oh mate,
They are monsters at it.
yeah. They just put all of
I
their
think
fucking effort into
either-
every launch. I love it.
Either some have no hope, or some out for blood. They are.
There's no in between.
It's probably like, like the low tier bad guys in like the anime series where like they just try and do like dirty tricks to get like an awkward advantage, like a bully would do, like a shove or like a punch your hand or launch the bait towards yours, so you kind of like feel awkward about where you're launching from, and it's always shit like that, and I'm like, dude, like this isn't schoolyard, like.
That happened quite recently at a different tournament, but we can talk about that later.
He's like, Juice was just bullying everyone there, like just.
That's how I became national champion. Of Australia.
Yeah, how I made
I
it to
believe
the
that makes
world.
sense.
Just Juice, just fucking Royal Rumbling the shit out of everyone like around the stadium.
Can't wait.
How I
Amazing.
damaged my
I mean,
opponents.
I'm definitely not going to be representing Japan anyway, because of course Japan loves its lottery, and there's five qualifying tournaments for nationals, and then if you win nationals, then you get to go represent Japan at Worlds.
Yeah,
And there's only 2 of them I can do because I'll be in the UK for the other 3,
yeah.
and I did not make it through the lottery for either of them.
Damn.
So I guess I'm not going to be representing Japan, but I should be in the UK where if the UK has a tournament. It's not even been announced if the UK is going to have a tournament yet,
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware. If they do, then I should be there for that. So
Mm.
should be hopefully easier to get in.
I hope
I hope
so,
they
man.
do.
But
So,
yeah.
man. That'd be cool. I was
Could you imagine
thinking.
if you got into both? If you lose the Japan one, you could just qualify. You go into the UK one and wreck house there.
Bro.
That's the plan. I'm just going all the way around Europe, just trying to qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's going to France for their qualifier. Bro,
All that just to go
France
back
has got a
home.
strong Beyblading community, though, man. They got a strong Beyblading scene.
I know.
I
Well, I'm
give
going to be
him.
there for like 3 days, but it's the middle of the week, so there's going to be no tournaments happening
Man,
after work. So.
shout out to Jason Bay X, or it's like spelled JSN Bay X or something like that on TikTok. OG since day one, giving each other Bay Talk props. He's been featured in a couple of my collab deck theme videos and stuff like that, but he's always sharing stuff. They got a crazy scene there, bro. They go hard for it. Like,
Heard good things.
some of the tournaments look awesome. Like, you know, the aesthetic for the new Beyblade X like adverts, the underground kind of like, oh shit. Well, they just actually genuinely throw tournaments. That looks like super cool. Trebien.
I want to stay longer in France now.
Yeah.
Where were we?
We're talking about Sapphire's hopping from nation to nation to qualify for every country. So when they get to Worlds, he's got like 8 of the slots himself.
Yeah, me and my.
Do you think how many countries will there be? So there'll be Japan, Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, or will it count as? Will it be China or Hong Kong? I don't.
South. Was there a China or there'll be a Hong Kong?
Yeah, there'll be a Hong Kong.
I don't think they. I'm just thinking like for Asia, they'd probably just do the same countries that were in the Asian Championships last year.
Yeah.
That was 10 countries.
So we got 10 countries, and then we've got America, and I think Brazil was confirmed. Was Brazil confirmed?
I'm just trying to.
I feel like it was one of the first ones they confirmed.
I don't remember. It's too far back.
Yeah, to be fair.
I say that, but I don't know. I don't remember any of them. So this is all new information to me.
Yeah. I'm keeping up to date with it myself religiously, but it's in the zeitgeist, and we get all the info come through the Bega HQ Discord, so that's normally where I get my Beyblading news. Shout out to the Bega Bladers. But Worlds is heating up. I went to my G2 qualifiers last weekend, but the Sapphire, the tournament you went to in Oz, does that have any connection to official like TT, Hasbro, whatever, or is it Juice? You probably know more about the organization itself.
Yeah, so like it was an event, and Zero was saying that Hasbro did sponsor some prizes.
Hang on, sorry.
For it, but like they had.
Is this the same one that Juice had you do the ring announcer intro for as well? Did you get to walk out to your own voice?
No, that was just.
That'd be amazing.
I wish. I think that was just for Sydney, right, Juice?
Yeah, that was just for my thing that I was allowed to do.
Okay. I was just hoping like
They let them have
they would like have something come over on the tannoy.
I was
just be
hoping
your voice every single time, and like you have like a little walkout, and it's just you announcing yourself. That'd be fucking amazing.
I should have asked them to do that. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't.
It wouldn't make sense because it was Melbourne.
Sorry, bro. You carry on.
Have you record it from Melbourne? That would have been hilarious. But yeah, go
on.
Yeah, so I think Hasbro sponsored some prizes, but there wasn't like a big presence there. They had a cool banner. I remember that, like at the back of the room, like a big like Hasbro Beyblade.
They do. They
cool.
We want
it.
It's the Prove It in Battle banner. It's massive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, like that was great. That was great vibes there. It was really, really cool.
Was it a very different kind of like atmosphere to any tournaments you've been to so far in Japan?
Oh, completely different.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's a lot more social. I mean,
and you got to play.
Yeah,
and I got to play.
That's
more
the main difference.
Yeah, and even like I realize like because I mean I've probably mentioned this before, but I've lost the first match at every single tournament I've ever been to in Japan because I'm just like I just need a game to warm up. Well, that's the thing. Like basically, yeah. But then I lost the first game, and I was like super nervous about it as well. And I hadn't done any practice in a week because I'd been on holiday in Australia and wasn't able to bring a stadium with me. But then like I think I lost a second one too. But then I won like all the other matches except for the guy who topped the pool.
Yeah.
So I managed to scrape through into the final round. But like was finally getting into the mood. It's like, oh, I'm not as shit at Beyblade as I thought I was. I'm just only slightly shit.
Yeah, man, it's cutthroat doing the singular
It was
limbs for
really cool.
sure. Like,
He did really well. I didn't get to watch it, but sorry, Blade. Sorry.
oh no, I'm saying yeah, it's cutthroat doing the singular limbs, so it's good that you because it's. I think with the single elimination, I love the format, but I think it makes it almost impossible unless you fucking win every tournament you go to get repetitions of rounds in competitive play, which is what makes you better at competitive play. So yeah, like the fact
That's
you
the
got
thing.
to do
Like,
like
for me, it's like,
Swiss.
with single elimination, like the best wins.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so like, it doesn't matter what the format is. If you win all your games, you're going to be the best player there, right?
Mm.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, but if I want to get better, and that's really my only place to practice because I don't have a practice partner,
Yeah.
or at least one who will, give me a good competition. It's just harder to get that practice
Don't
time
let his
in. 'Cause
wife
it's like,
hear this
all right, there's your
episode.
one practice game for the week. And she's fine with that.
Bro, my wife sucks at Beyblade. I wish she was better. She
Right.
fucking sucks.
I wasn't straight up saying that.
Bro,
Be careful. She's standing right behind you.
bro. If she was, she would
This
agree.
is our final podcast.
Yeah. Final podcast is it
Blade
being
dies
three of us.
live.
Yeah, bro.
Juice, we need to start recruiting now.
we-
I've got
Oh,
a number for Nanashi if you need it.
Dude, I
Great,
want to.
send
I
him
him
over.
up. We'll bring him up later.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's playing any
Yeah.
Beyblade at the moment, to be fair.
That's unfortunate.
He's taken his stuff with him. I don't know if he's taken a stadium with him, but if he hasn't, then his sister's got it at their place still. But
So how have you been holding up without him?
to be fair, dude, I'm from like let's talk like say like a skills review, like my progression, my own training side of it. Like I am aware I'm still improving, and I'm probably technically getting better because I'm doing a lot more solo stadium practice. So I'm executing stuff better, you know. But in a sense of like getting those like hard like confidence building battle tests in, like I don't have that regularly anymore, like a couple times a week like I did before. That was like fucking great because Nanashi was like really fucking good, and like after however many months of him like getting good, he became like really good to the point where he actually was like doing his own stuff and not relying on old shit, you know, like starting to get like opinions. He still never learned the name of a single fucking part, but he was,
Yeah.
like actually when it's just like comes down to the play side of it, like he was great. So it is a shame, and I do miss the energy of the streams. That shit, that was like my favorite shit.
Right, yeah.
But when it comes to like if I'm talking about just improving in the terms of like as a Beyblader, like I'm noticing, not to fucking suck my dick or anything like that too much, but I'm noticing like more consistency in a wider variation of launch tech now. Especially since I've been doing my Beyblade like training card game, and I've been like holding myself way more accountable for being able to execute stuff, and like using it as a training aid. It's like it's humbling. I don't know if you guys would have seen on my members content, but I put up a few videos in the last couple of weeks of just like me hitting my reps and like my training time, so like smashing out like a couple hundred launches and stuff like that, and tracking like how consistently I hit a specific couple launches and stuff like that. And
Yeah, I was watching a few of them.
yeah, like typically with just like a couple launches that I'm better at, I'm like hitting like 70 or just above percent like consistency, and hitting like what I would qualify as like that launch, you know, which really isn't high enough. Like you want to be like as close to fucking just doing it 100% of the time, like anything. It's like if I was a fighter and every time I threw a jab there was a fucking 30% chance I was going to accidentally throw a fucking uppercut, that'd be pretty fucking terrible. You know, like we don't want it to be a roll of the dice and shit like that. So doing stuff like that helps me really quantify my improvement. And now with the deck stuff that I'm doing, with having like all the different tech listed out, and then like just trying to be like, okay, I don't use this launch as much, but I know where it's useful as a counter for someone using this combo and this kind of launch. Like it really forced me to do it. Last night I was filming until my camera just fucking overheated and died and ran out of battery, I was just doing the 20 launches in the base set of my card game, just going through those.
Okay.
And luckily, the camera died while I was doing reps of the last one. So I've chopped down so far about like 2.5 hours of footage down to about 10 minutes, which I then need to like organize, and that'll probably be the next video I upload on the channel, which is like the first video for like
Okay.
non-channel members in probably over a month now. But with my
Yeah, it's been a minute.
competitiveness, I know, fuck it, like no one is more
Got a
aware
live
than I am.
stream.
Like I haven't.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's weird. I've been doing more Beyblade, but making less content. I've still been filming stuff. Like I've got my whole trip to Bangkok filmed on my phone, like doing those practice rounds, like tournament rounds and stuff. Like I've got the past couple weeks of like my tournaments filmed and stuff like that. Going to a tournament, like taking my wife and that with me as well. That a bunch of stuff filmed. I just haven't had the time to also make Beyblade content out of it. You know,
Yeah.
like because I really enjoy editing, but it's down the tier list of what my hobbies take up my time for. And like I hate to say it, but because I've been doing so much fucking D&D recently, that's pushed my editing time down slightly. So that's why I've mainly just been doing members content. I'm filming all my Beyblade stuff. I'm still playing like loads and loads of Beyblade. I'm just not editing the Beyblade content now to upload. So I do apologize, everyone. But yeah, it's bad silver linings. I'm enjoying playing, but I do miss Nanashi to come back to what you actually originally asked me to do. I do miss Nanashi, but we gotta
we got there.
we gotta keep on improving regardless. You know, keep
Yeah.
going through the
Rip the
motions.
goat. Not that he's dead. But
Nah,
rip the goat.
nah, he might be though. Who knows? But nah,
What?
he's good.
You can't
He's
do
good.
that.
He's good. He's good. Last I heard, he's good.
He's a good man. Before moving back to Sapphire's time in Melbourne,
Yes.
how do you rank, and what's your opinion on the Australian, well, at least the Melbourne Bladers, now that you've battled them a fair few times?
It's really hard to
Say how bad they
because
are without offending anyone.
What?
absolutely no, because I mean I've only
Good Beybladers.
I've only played 1-on-1 in Japan,
Hmm.
and like one single bay,
Yeah.
and nearly everyone here uses string. I think I only played against like one string user the whole time I was there. Like nearly everyone goes winder, and obviously everyone goes deck. But like the combos as well were quite different. I saw very little rod, and nearly everyone that used Dragoon on level. I didn't go against a single
Yeah.
like elevate Dragoon, for example.
Yeah, level's
And
been more
like
and more popular recently.
they're sort of popular. I mean, I don't know why, because I don't. I mean, personally, I don't rate that combo, and I destroyed everyone I went against. But like, I guess like it counters certain other things. But it, like if for other people, then like yeah, fair play. But I mean, there was so I think that's good. But from what I heard, I mean, I've not played in Japan since the rule change, like banning rod in the singles. But Jacob Pomegranate was visiting. In fact, I think he's just leaving as of the recording of this. And we were going to do a 3-person. Sorry, we were going to do a team tournament. But we once again lost out on the lottery, even though we went to karaoke and had a fun time practicing in the karaoke room.
That's so rigged. I wanted to see that.
Did he
I mean,
get to
obviously
compete at all while he was over?
He
did. Tell him.
He to Shiga, which is like a tiny prefecture just slightly north of Osaka.
Yeah.
And it was about this. It's one of the few official like G3 tournaments where it's first come, first served. So like if you just get there on the day,
yeah,
and you're in.
Nice.
But like nowhere else does that. And I think they can only do that because it's pretty, better out there in the countryside.
Yeah.
He went and he got in and he did pretty well. I'm not gonna. I don't know if he's made a video about it.
Yeah,
yet,
let's
so
break his news first here.
No. Well, he's posted on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
He posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, then fair. Yeah. So he ended up getting second, which is great.
Sick.
And yeah, he was
crazy.
he was, which is great for him. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
dope,
his first time because he wasn't to the kind of like obviously I don't know if other people know, but in Asia, the stadiums are a lot lower to cater
1 foot
for
off the ground.
literally 6-year-olds. Yeah. So
Rip your
like
backs.
it's a lot different,
Bend
like
at the
having to
knees,
adjust to
brother,
that.
bend
But
at
we
the
did a lot of
knees.
practice. Yeah, we got to bend the knees, get that out, you know. And yeah, he did, and he pulled it off. And he's saying, yeah, my drops were on point because
Nice.
we went to the park and we practiced a bit as well for that.
Mm,
Just when Scorpio came out, I
yeah.
got some footage of that, so I'm currently in the
Oh,
middle of editing that when I have
That's
time.
sick, man. Sick.
But that'll be something good to
with
look forward to.
with that, are Japanese players familiar with like the other? Actually, this might be stupid. Are they familiar with like the other launch techniques and stuff?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you see the guys in the I Like the Way You Launch It channel, but a lot of them share like Japanese bladers showing their launch tech and all these different things. So they've got a lot of like, I'll be honest, it's different to what I see from a lot of people's like launch tech. Like some of it you can clearly see is like, okay, that's something they do consistently and it's good and it's replicable. And then some stuff is just like, oh shit,
Right.
they got a nice clip of something random as fuck happening in the stadium, but they won the round, so they posted like they put some random highlights and said it's like do this and this will happen and this happened because as bro, you did not intend any of that fucking mix up to happen whatsoever. Chill the fuck out, you know? It's like one of those things. And this is for me, for someone who gets like, I really want like there to be some like very awesome, cool, mythical launch techs that like I can replicate bloody blah over and over again. But man, like even the ones we have at the moment, like I was saying last night, I was just going over the 20 base set ones. Like I've got a couple more cards for like launches now, and bro, it's hard switching between 20 fucking launches and hitting them consistently. Like it's hard. Like fuck. Like yeah, it's takes effort. But nah, they definitely have lots of, and think about how seriously they take it over there as well. It's much more of
And
like a
yeah,
widely cultural thing. Like if we think that we've spent time like wondering about these things, they've probably been doing it more en masse over there, you know. Like for us it's mainly the language barrier, and if they're just sharing it in their smaller communities amongst themselves rather than publicizing it more widely on like social media, you know.
yeah.
I don't think this is. I mean, I do follow a fair few Japanese channels, but
Mm,
honestly, not too many. I follow the big on Twitter because they're all Twitter,
yeah,
or X, or whatever you want to call it. And they do post videos, but I think they not too open about it. I think because
yeah,
they kind of they don't
secret
want to show their
tech,
hand, right? They, yeah,
bro.
secret tech.
That's
But
why
obviously,
I've
you
been
go to a
doing.
tournament and you see it, or you go to like nationals, like the footage from nationals,
Yeah.
which obviously that was last year's tech, but still pretty similar. I think one big difference I notice is
Mm,
this probably is true around all of Asia, but like when you watch tournament footage in the West and you watch tournament footage in Asia or specifically Japan,
mm,
just the amount of the body that they use
yeah.
is vastly different. Like they load whole body into a launch,
Mm,
and they're able to do, and the best players are able to do not only use all of their body to get like as much power, but also control it in such a way that they can do exactly what they want.
yeah.
I think that's
Mm.
that's 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 a like a really a big difference that I've noticed.
Mm,
Like especially from playing in Australia, like there's very little need for people to like kind of move out the way or do anything. Like I had to kind of be like, sorry, can you move back a bit?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
when it's higher up, it's harder, and I wish I actually practiced a bit more playing on a higher surface because that was my first time
Mm.
doing that. But
Yeah, I think why
overall, it was
another reason you probably see like Ripcord more popular in those communities because if you're on a higher table, you're kind of just all just arms and shoulders ripping, you know,
Yeah.
and you kind of
Yeah.
you're having to reach, like on the lower down tables because you're over it. You can get into like a fucking stance to like fucking throw everything in there and like launch and stick that fucking booty out there and fucking rip through your fucking legs and hips a bit more, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so that's what I
Pretty
think
See,
you
much.
see a lot of those
yeah,
like very
actually,
straight arm stances
yeah,
with ripcord in like
yeah.
all the Western tournaments I see. Like you still see it sometimes with like the Asian ones that use ripcord, but they normally have like a really fucking deep front stance when they're doing something like
I
that
think
because it allows you to fucking pull back really far.
I think
Mm.
Jacob does that sometimes with his stances. He's
Oh,
very
he's a
on the
lot
arm.
deeper in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's
he'll
a
like
fucking
squat a little bit.
yeah,
And
bro. He's a bigger blader.
Yeah.
He's in the Discord fucking daily, like trading all the
Okay, like
tips with the
half of
gang.
my footage is just in front of the
he is
camera. Yeah.
he is a monster.
Yeah, man, he's doing great. Very cool to see. Very, very cool to see.
Yeah, I guess with string users here, usually like I get if they've like really mastered it, they will use it, but usually we'll switch to like string for a specific build.
Mm.
But if not, we just because like just more power. Well, like, it's more the ripcord, but like you can get decent power with the string, but that's only like again those who really prefer it and mastered it.
Mm.
But yeah,
No,
for
I'd
me, I
like.
just prefer ripcord.
Yeah, it's one of those like you can. I'm not be like because I can't do it myself. I can't say I can do all the launch tech I can do on a string on a ripcord launcher as well because I can't. Like, not to say that I don't think it's all possible, but I do think it is different just because of the way a lot of things happen. Like one, like how much you have to move your launching arm instead with the ripcord. Like not by choice. Like a lot of your effort has to be put into staying stable with a ripcord launcher than it does with a string. But you can
Yeah, for
generate
sure.
way more torque entering into the stadium. So if you can appreciate the fact that you're going to be shooting typically very linear with a ripcord because of the way the bay detaches from the launcher, like as long as you take that into account, like you can make some great launch tech and you can see what like some of the super sneaky string guys are doing, and you can make versions of that and stuff, and vice versa as well. Like, but it's one of those things where you do see like a habit of like if someone is more focused on like power and just like chucking their combo in there like as hard as possible, they'll probably gravitate towards like ripcord, probably ripcord with a handle on it. And then if they're
Yeah,
like
me.
more
Boom.
if they're more orientated towards like either trying to have like an evasive launch or like a one shot hit launch, they're probably gonna gravitate towards string or something like that because they feel like they can place the bay more easily in the stadium. You know, it's just play
Yeah.
styles, really. I was trying to
Actually,
Still can't
replicate.
get the
if you
launch
can't
tech
answer,
down.
that's fine. But out of curiosity,
Yeah.
do you happen to know that the Australia qualifier will grips be allowed? Because I know they're not sold by Hasbro.
Ooh.
Yes, that
If
is.
you
I
can't
think I'm
say,
allowed to say. It's in the I mean, it's that Al Zero's been publicly saying it in the Discord. I think. Has he? Fuck.
okay.
No. Yes. No. Is this public information? It doesn't. It's just grips. Yeah. No grips.
Yeah. It's
Just,
the police. We got you, motherfucker.
if
Yeah,
he's
so that
angry
I
at
mean,
me,
like,
it's fine. It's something small.
but to be honest, that makes sense because they
Right.
obviously want it to be a level playing ground, and it's a
Okay,
Hasbro
so
tournament.
yeah,
And
Hasbro
knows
parts
make
only,
it,
no
so
TT stuff.
it makes sense. Like a lot of people
No comment.
use grips. Like, like I feel like when I went to the tournament, I felt like 80% people were maybe using grips. I mean, maybe that I just meant, but
Mm.
obviously, like it's a very popular accessory.
Is everyone just pissed because they can't use like their launcher
All
grip
they use a
or
battle
Aero
pass as well.
Pegasus?
Oh, goodness me! Yeah,
Everyone's pissed they can't
That's,
play pay to win like Blades. Man, sucks.
Yeah.
Couldn't use Pegasus in official tournaments here still because it's not got an official Thai release.
Still.
is it to be released? Like
Unless they
with
do,
the
unless they
you
do
guys
an
don't
app
have
for
an app, do you?
Thailand. No, it's last year.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Singapore can run it because, or I think it counts as Singapore app or Hong Kong app, whatever. But they can run it. But like
yeah,
the
I know it's not on them.
Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, in official TT stuff, because we don't have like an app officially for our territory. We can't run the rare baguettes.
But you will be able to do because, for example, in the Asian Championships, like everyone has.
Yeah, because it
so
in like it's the rules in there. It's just all the TT stuff that's released in Japan, isn't it? So like everyone turns up there.
It's so messed up. It's like, what if I qualify? I can use it anyway. So why can't I use it?
I know it's frustrating because you have to change your deck on a dime. Like even the other weekend, man, like I get so frustrated when they like mix up the meta on the day, and they always do like these tournaments on a release day to like boost sales. But it's like, fuck, man, no one's had a chance to test. So we were doing the G2, and cause this is to qualify for a top 16 spot when they do the G1 to do the world qualifiers. Like you wanna do well, of course. You wanna have an idea what's being played, but luckily, I mean, maybe this is a way to segue into it a little bit, like with the more recent releases, so like Hell's Reaper, Rhino Reaper, Kick, Turn, Charge, and then Scorpio with Zap, and I guess whatever was it like 070, if anyone gives a flying fuck about that. But a few new parts released. Is there anything for you guys in particular that you be thinking is actually impactful? Like anything you're like, yeah, this is my shit, because you both had a little bit of time to play with them now, haven't you? Like, you got yours, was it yesterday or the day before,
No,
Juice?
I've had my stuff for a minute now. I haven't touched them really.
Oh.
I did
I
I did
mean,
a stream the other night, but yeah,
oh
nothing.
yeah.
Fair. Like, any
For
initial
me,
impressions?
I had a bit of practice. You're not a big fan, Juice?
I mean, sorry, I've like, what are we talking about?
The new releases, any
Right,
standout parts like Scorpio,
oh,
Zap, Kick, Reaper,
Sco-
Turn, Charge?
Scorpio, it's cool. I don't know. I had hopes for Zap, but all I've seen is just fumbles after fumbles. I was really hoping to run like almost like double point essentially,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's not at all. It's just
Nope.
I don't know. I have to think of it because I haven't used it like really at all myself. Voice crack. We've cut that out.
I'm just gonna
But
amplify the audio at that moment.
for other videos I've seen, it just doesn't at all, right? Scorpio, I haven't done much practice with myself as well, but I've seen a few clips. It seems to everyone seems to like Scorpio, so I'm like I'm assuming it's up there then. I mean, it's got the weight behind it. I don't know how to feel about its whole mode change thing because I've seen like it can mode without hitting the extreme line, right? It just has to get hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it can just get switched up from impact as well, because it's just a
But then
little
it can't. So once it's switched for good.
No.
Like in the battle.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
that's
What have you
yeah.
been divining from the new releases, Sapphire? Anything standing out for you? Because I mean, you are in the hub of it, so I can imagine what your opinions are on it at the moment. But I'd like to hear straight from the source.
I mean, I'm because I mentioned this to you guys earlier, but I'm in the middle of moving, so I have literally no space to practice. I did practice with Jacob the other day, and we did some Scorpio blade practice.
Yeah.
But we didn't really do else, and like besides what I filmed for the reviews,
Yeah.
I've had really no practice with like the Hell's Blades or Zero T or Zap. I do one of them out. I'm interested about like I feel I've not heard anything online about like Kick. What's the general impression seem to be? Is it just kind of like a mid or is it?
For me, Kick isn't
I
good.
thought it was,
It's like it's not that it's bad. It's that it's not good enough to put anything that is like top of the meta out of place. It's like why would you pick Kick over an L or a P or something like that at the moment? You know, just what is the case for it?
That's how you basically can you compare it to a taper, right?
Yeah. So I mean, the problems are like what I was talking probably on our last one of the episodes for when we were talking about Hell's Reaper release and its spoilers, but Kick looked like it was going to be taper, but with straighter edges like Hexa, so it was probably a little bit more easy to control, because I think people find taper hard to control because of its like smooth and roundness, similar to ball.
Yeah.
But what's happened is it's got a similar like flattish surface area to taper to catch speed, so it starts off with that speed, but because it is a shallower curve up to the straighter edges, there is very little time where there isn't a lot of contact area with the stadium floor, so it burns out of stamina much quicker. It's a little bit wilder, and the straight edges don't really stop it from jumping the rail. I think if anything, because it's a little bit shorter seeming with that like smoothness, like there's not a steeper kind of like taper upwards as taper. It jumps the it jumps the rail a little bit easier. So far I've maybe had like 2-3 people in the Discord that I've noticed like really having a good time with with Kick, and that's because they put it on like Aero Pegasus, it's like, or like Wizard Rod. So it's like, okay, like these blades are pretty much good, whatever the fuck you do with them. So like, yeah, like I'm not saying that makes the combo bad. Like maybe there is some kind of like a symbiotic relationship between these parts that makes them more optimum. I don't think so. My testing does not make me think that at all, which sucks because we all know I'm a big old taper lover. But Kick doesn't have the same amount of stamina. It's got very comparable speed to taper. It's not as easy to control, and it definitely doesn't have that kind of like wobbly life after death that taper has. Like Kick is much more of a, okay, yeah, we're just gonna stop spinning now kind of bit, which is similar to me at the moment for Zap. Like I think like most of you, I was like, okay, Zap's probably going to be Giga Point, which is pretty cool because Point's done great, Level's done great. It's probably going to be similar. I know people are having success with it and people are loving it. I think people need to get out of the mindset of it being like a balanced attack bit, like we've gotten used to with Level and Point. It is much more of a straight up just aggressive attack bit. It's super wide. The point is very shallow because of the width of it, just like opposite reasons to why Kick does it, but because of the width of it, the flat bits on the outside of the bit touch the stadium constantly, so it doesn't, unless it's like dead center of the stadium, not getting hit, it doesn't like settle and stall at all. So it's always whipping around. Like I think it's almost more of a calm down Rubber XL to launch than it is anything else at the moment that we have in X. Like I don't think it's like Point. I think it's much more of like a between a Rubber XL. Well, yeah, just more like a Rubber XL for movement with very few moments of like stall. Like you can get wins with it for sure, and I think there are some good. Like at the moment, my favorite thing to run on it is Buster, because I think it's the return of let's go all in on some glass cannon attack builds, because they've kind of been like shut down more recently. Like we've had
you tried it on Buster then?
Oh yeah, I've done loads of fucking rounds with Zap on Buster, bro. Like I've had an insane amount of practice time with the new stuff since it came out. Like I said, so when it released, I was in Bangkok to do the G2. I arrived like the morning of, when people were queuing up for the day one event, which was the junior G2. And you could queue up and you could get one of each, a booster of Reaper and a starter for fucking Scorpio. So I had like, luckily I opened a whale, so I had Kick and Scorpio and Zap day one, and then I got to test against a bunch of people that had Reaper and Rhino Reaper and Turn and Charge and stuff as well. And then on day two, you could do the same thing again. So I pulled the parts I didn't have yet, and then they were just like, fuck it, there's still tons of boosters left, there's no limit. So I ended up with 6 boosters. I haven't got the prize Reaper yet, but I've got all the parts. So from day 2, I was able to test everything like a lot. And it was just, you know what it's like at these tournaments. Like there was in total on, I think, day 2, I think there were 380 something competitors. So the space is just filled. People just bring loads of stadiums, and then it's just queues of people just testing. Like, so there'll be one person on one side, and it's winner stays on. As soon as you lose, you go back to the queue, or you change your combo, or you do whatever, and it just constantly alternates. And there's like, I don't know, let's put it at like a kind of smaller like estimate, and there's maybe about 25, 30 stadiums like that just set up around that people are playing on. There's some like on the other side of the mall on that floor as well, because like that's where they sell the Beyblade products. Like usually, like this area was fully set up just for the tournament. Like where they usually sell the Beyblade stuff, there's like a stadium and a double extreme stadium and stuff like that, like set up like 24/7 anyway, so people can just go and play. Like the whole of the 4th floor of Cyan Takashimaya was like taken over by all the Beybladers. And like where we were competing was right next to where they have all the luxury like Japanese like restaurants on that floor. So it was like they were proper catering to the weebs as well. It's like, really funny. But yeah, non-stop testing, man. And after I was done, because on both days the tournaments didn't like we got there like 9:30 a.m. Registration was like from 10 a.m. and then the tournaments, the last matches on both days didn't really finish until like 7 p.m. ish. And then on the Saturday afterwards, I went straight to another mall where like there were a couple teams doing all their practice before the G2. So I was just there all night, fucking like testing stuff with a couple different teams of people, and then all of the Sunday on the tournament day. Because like you were saying earlier, Sapphire, like a big thing with these tournaments is not getting warm up time beforehand. Like if I haven't got warm up time beforehand, I hate fucking playing. Like I'm a big believer in warming up correctly. So getting all those test games in before a tournament, or like just some time to even just launch in a stadium, you know, like that would be ideal. Like I want to have test battles, but I also just want like an empty stadium for me to be able to practice some launches in before we start a tournament, and that'd be nice. But yeah, like I got to test all the combos that I wanted to test of the new parts while I was there. I got to see everything that everyone else was testing, and I got to see people going against each other lots. So I really got a feel of, even just on those first 2 days, of what I thought was to look out for with the new parts. Because day one, I was like, Scorpio is shit. Like, it's nothing. Like, it hits something once, and then its stamina's gone, and it just fucking topples over and dies. But then day two, where people weren't playing it as an attack combo at all, and they were just playing it on Elevate and Hexa and playing it evasively. It was crushing like all the Rod Ball, Rod Orb combos. It was crushing the Goon Elevates, the Goon Elves, and it was crushing the Silver Wolves and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, because if you don't hit it early in the match and like you cause it to recoil and like lose all its stamina, or mode switch and lose all of its stamina and stuff like that, or its weakness is bursting it 100%. It's like weak point is if you can fucking burst this motherfucker, because it does not protect its reactions at all. But if you can be evasive with it, and because the meta at the moment is either attack combos that run out of gas to like get good KOs kind of early-ish at the moment, or it's like stamina combos that rely on small contact in the center because they drift to the middle against Scorpio, and Scorpio is just such a big beatdown boy. It just leans on like the Wolf, the Rod, and like the Goon combos, and they run out of gas before Scorpio does. I found like the best way to go for it. That's why I think there might be a resurgence of things like Buster and Zap being that little bit lower and shorter as well. Will probably find its way into more decks just because of that factor. Just because it might be a low flat that might have a little bit more stamina in people's heads, you know? Like I think stamina's got, low flat's got decent life after death anyway if you pair it up with a correct ratchet. But yeah, like I think people are going to be using Zap. I think people are going to be, if they're having to deal with a lot of Scorpio combos where they're at, I think they're going to be going more attack heavy, which could be cool. Like if Scorpio does become this issue for everyone's three main combos being like a one free ball, Rod on ball, or low orb, or a Goon on elevate, and this Scorpio combo is legit a problem for them, whether it's on elevate, Hexa, or something else someone's found. Like that would be pretty cool for the health of the meta, because like it means that this one combo is a great counter to these three dominant combos. But if you want to counter that one dominant counter combo, then you need to play like this is like what it should be like, you know? You kind of like, fuck, there's a bit more depth to it now, other than okay, yeah, if I put Wolf, Goon, or Rod on either elevate, point, ball, or low orb, then if I throw any of those parts together, then I'll have a competitive deck. Like this, I'm not saying that it won't still be those parts at the top of the pile, but it's like I don't know. There's something new into the meta that's made it a bit more interesting, and I think is a bit of a force. And yeah,
One combo that I've seen been used that I don't think you mentioned.
Mm.
It's completely opposite of what is a Scorpio 660 level. I've seen that a few times.
Yeah, I've seen Scorpio on level. I wouldn't put it on 660 personally. Like, I don't see at the moment the benefits of using a 6 ratchet because they're lighter than like 5, 7 and stuff like that. They're easier to burst, I think.
So I should take it off my Dragoon, is what you're saying.
I think if there was any combo a 6 ratchet works on, it's probably Goon E. But I've tested
what
it a
I-
bunch myself, and I would go with a 960 or a 970 over a Scoon probably every time.
Do you have
'cause
to
at
say
the
though,
moment,
660
Roast is-
does fit Golem Rock very nicely.
It looks great,
I
doesn't
have
it?
seen that too.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It's annoying because 660 is aesthetically very pleasing, you know? Like, it's a little bit slimmer in
It matches.
profile, and it's
Up on
like,
Goon as well.
yeah.
That's why I used it.
I know the red stee on the black goon looks nice, man. It looks really nice.
Ooh, I can
Mhm.
imagine, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Mhm.
man, I don't part so much at the moment myself. But yeah, with the new releases, man, I think Scorpio has the biggest impact. I think Zap's going to be around. I think out of the CX stuff, I don't think Reaper's anything to write home about. Like, it's meh. But I think, how was it? Turn is meh as well, but Charge is very interesting because it makes Dran Brave actually hit your opponent's blades with their metal parts.
Instead of hitting the
Right.
right, because it's so much smaller.
Smaller.
Good.
It's like it's almost impossible to get Dran Brave low enough to take full advantage of the shape of its like a little wing formation. But if you are getting like contact with the metal and you're using a charge assist blade, you're getting all of that metal every single hit, and it makes a huge difference in my opinion. I still don't think it
Jacob's
puts
gonna be happy then.
Yeah, I was talking about it in the combos like Shatter the Earth channel for a couple days. Like I think because we were talking about his testing time that he's had, because he's mainly been doing Pokemon stuff by the sounds of it. Been looking for somewhere to
Yeah, I've been
go
watching his
practice some
streams.
blade. But yeah, just chatting in the Discord, he was excited to get his hands on Charge because he hasn't been able to test the CX stuff so much yet. Just he was saying about testing Scorpio with you, Sapphire.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's kind of like
We didn't do any CX.
no. I mean, man, it's so annoying because I managed to get 6 boosters like on release weekend, but I didn't have your luck, Sapphire. I only pulled 4 different bays. I didn't get the prize bay, and I didn't get the what's the other one I didn't get? The white Leon Claw crest. Sorry, I didn't get the. I
Kimber the
got
White
doubles. I got doubles Rhino and Phoenix of all. Although the grey low flat, very nice. Very nice low flat. Very nice low flat. It is nice. It is nice. I need another low flat, but that grey one was nice. That grey one was very nice.
Yeah, we don't have a red low flat. That's why I was like hoping it would be red to match its the red in the background of its gear chip.
Yeah.
The avatar, but grey is fine.
There are a lot of very interesting low flat colors,
Mm.
like from other random
Mm.
boosters.
Yeah, well, it was like
Some really
the first
not
like
many,
3 random
basic,
boosters. We got like so many low flats,
so many low
and then like
flats.
the decks, like the 3-on-3 deck sets, we were getting like low flats and
High needles
yeah,
everywhere. Needles.
yeah, man, outrageous.
I still don't have a high needle.
Really, wow.
Brother,
I got it from Australia because I bought a bunch of Hasbro stuff because actually the exchange rate was really good at the time.
We found out why you're not winning
I'm
these
bringing it all to the UK.
one-on-one tournaments now. You haven't got a copy of High Needle, bro.
That's it.
well, I've been seeing high needle on Silverwolf has been used in Japan a fair bit, or a little bit.
I mean,
I know Mim used it as well, but I just didn't believe him that it was good because it was Mim.
yeah.
But
Well, I was using High Needle after it came out for ages, like for a long ass time, like longer than I should have been. I was using it after Phoenix and Unicorn were out and stuff like that still, because I used to love pairing High Needle with Unicorn, man. Oh man, what a beautiful bay to see just spin for a million years in the middle of the stadium. Oh god,
right.
loved it. It's just like that trick of switching the 5 ratchets of the 3 prongs, where I think it's on the hairy side of Unicorn's blade, so it's like balanced. Put that on High Needle, man, and it just spins so nicely, and then it actually uses the wobble mechanic correctly. But again, Unicorn is just outclassed by stuff, and High Needle is high. It's too tall. It should not be tall. If it had that shape as a needle bit, but lower down, like I think we're up to something there. But yeah, it is what it is.
What did you end up buying, Sapphire, while you were here?
I got a
Bigger cheese.
Night Lance or Lance Night. Got some Bega cheese. No, I wish I did actually. I didn't get some Bega cheese. I got a claw because actually I don't the original one. I only have the ones from the. I have the one, but it's still in the box, and I have
Right.
one of the ones that was in the random booster, the last one.
You'll have a red
So
point.
I got
then,
that, and
'cause
also it comes with. I only have 560, so I really wanted another one.
Yeah.
Have
But-
you tried the ratchet? Like the Hasbro ratchets have been known to be very tight, or at
Mm.
least tighter than TT.
Actually, I want to clarify
Yeah,
so
something
I
on the
probably-
tightness with these ratchets because I think when people hear it, they get the wrong idea of what the tightness means. I think the tightness with the Hasbro ratchets isn't the busty, the twisting them. It's trying to spin your bit around in the middle of them. Like with the TT ones, it spins more freely, but I always find my Hasbro ratchets, if I try and rotate the bit in there, it just doesn't rotate as easily. It's like more crunchy.
Crunchy. Yeah, I'll have to test it out. I mean, yeah, I wanted some like good ratchets for I've got I've got a 360 and a Hasbro 560.
Mhm.
Obviously, they're still missing things.
Yeah.
I only saw CX Bay. I saw a Wand Wizard. It was just the base one though, and I was like, yeah, I'll pass for now. And then I went back to the same shop the next day, and it had gone. So I was like, okay, well, someone's enjoying that then.
No.
I got as well. What else did I get? It's all packed away now. Something. I got something else. It'll be a surprise. I got 2 other things. Oh no, they got Brana
Nice.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Rod
That's a
Brana,
fun
whatever
one.
it is. Yeah. Which is a very cool one. It comes with a nice 960 as well.
Oh, sick, man.
Yes.
And a
Yeah, I'm
gear flat, but it's meh.
apart from tournament stuff, I haven't really picked up any new Bay gear this last week. I think I'm gonna go pick myself up one of the left spinning ripcord launchers maybe this week, so I can actually give those a proper go and see what spinning or launching left spin with ripcord in Beyblade X feels like.
I keep
Feels
forgetting you don't have the
good.
anniversaries. So yeah.
You can buy them separately as well, which
Yeah,
I didn't realize
yeah.
at first.
I know-
I thought it was just another right spin
I-
launcher.
We talked about it on
I
that
noticed a lot
stream when
of-
they were first revealed.
I know, like that's when I found
Sorry,
out.
sorry.
I didn't realize. I still thought they were just right spin. But
You're saying
Yeah,
so.
I noticed a lot of people that like just even though they have the left spin winder, they still prefer to use string for Dragoon.
yeah,
If
You
it's
guys-
on
have
E,
you
yes,
guys noticed that?
string.
Mm.
On ripcord with
Yeah.
Goonie, it's too much. There's a lot of more self burst than normal. But I really like Goon level with the ripcord. Really nice.
yeah.
Okay.
If it doesn't like knock itself out to the over pocket, but that's just me. That's probably my issue, knowing me.
I think Gunel can
can't
be a
can't
hard
have
one to
can't have a
control.
without self KO.
Like I've put way more practice into Goon L more recently because again it's become more and more popular, and there's some of like the Bega instructors that use that combo. So I want like opinion on it myself. I did a video I think last week or the week before of me doing some practice with it, and like it's cool. I can do all of the different launches I do with E on it as well. But I think the reason I don't go for Goon on L over Goon on E is because again it's just a higher risk combo. Like attack is just always more high risk. And yeah, with E you're typically launching with more control. But I find on the 960 and like 970 variations you can more attack launches, or you can intentionally go for KOs more with Goon E. But yeah, check out my boy Lion doing his insane Goon level launches, like Goon 760 level. It's like the boy. Oh shit, yeah, you're running Goon on level, aren't you? So 760 is probably fine. Like
Yes.
you'll probably
Yes,
still
I
burst
was,
more with that than some other ratchets, and you're not going to be as heavy as you could be with some others, but I think it'll be a lot better than it would be on like an E combo for
Well, yeah, I left 560 at first, and it was doing all right. Like I didn't have an issue with it. And then someone told me that he's like, no, switch 760. And as soon as I did, I got burst and I lost the match. I was like, what the fuck are you doing to me?
Yeah.
You just cost me everything.
760s
So
is
it's
still
like,
quite
no,
loose,
trust.
right? So
My one, this one, I made sure it was at least it wasn't as loose
Yeah.
as Leon Crest's
Okay,
original
okay.
one.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Yeah.
my worry about 760 back into my deck on attack types was the bursting. Because I made that video on the Giga Wing combo PW 760 level, which I still think is a great combo, but I was having a crisis when it came to attack types after Low Orb came out because I was like, Rod on Low Orb just keeps bursting attack types when they come off the X rail into it. Like it was just like crushing like all the combos on L and stuff like that. They were just bursting on like 360 and stuff, and I was like, "Ah, this is depressing me, man."
So
And
another king.
yeah, everyone was saying to switch to 760. I was like, that was why I stopped using 760 because that was just bursting before, regardless. What I did though was I've dropped Phoenix from my deck for two reasons. One, because at the time for the G2 tournament, I was thinking all-out attack types aren't the way to go in the meta. But also two, because I don't have a mold 3 that isn't my Kora wing, and I can't use my Kora wing at an official Thai TT tournament because it doesn't have an official release over here. So it meant I'd have
You can't use
to
your Aero Pegasus either, yeah?
no. So I'd have to like risk trying to pull a mold 3 Phoenix from a starter box, and because we don't have like the little clear windows like the Hasbro ones do, it's still a gamble whether the place you go into is selling older stock or they've got their new stock in. So you don't know if you're getting a mold 3.
Didn't like I don't know if it's true in like for TT, but like I know Nook was showing like there was a or someone did. There was like a code,
Yeah.
a barcode or like a serial code on the box that told you if it was
Oh, bro. Yeah.
which one it was or not.
I need to know that because if so, like my local just up the road has had like 50 fucking Phoenix wings arrive yesterday morning. So like straight from Japan. So they're probably mold 3 anyway. Like she sent me like a message like with a picture of them all because she knows I need more mold 3 Phoenixes. She's like, yeah, come spend money at my shop.
Just
I can't use them here though.
Are they?
I can use them at locals, but I can't use them at an official tournament.
Do they, yeah, I wondered like I think we talked about this before, but like how are they actually gonna know? Like okay, for blades, but like there's no way they can check if a bit is Hasbro or not.
Oh no, but it's
right?
the blade I need. I need the mold 3 wings.
Yeah, like,
so yeah, but like for the bits and stuff, probably get away with it.
If it's not allowed, if this is in public,
Mm.
I'll like ask you to like just cut this from the video.
Sure.
Oh, but then okay, so it's Hasbro parts only. But if TT has released them, I mean, if
TT's
if Hasbro has released it, if Hasbro's released what TT like that,
yeah,
for TT, then TT can be used.
Okay.
But like whatever's not released in Hasbro yet, you cannot use.
Okay. Is that the same for recolors, or is
for
it
example,
just
like
parts names?
I think yeah, only certain recolors can be used.
Yeah. Okay.
So for example,
so my question is like,
oh yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say about like string launchers. Would I have to use like the Phoenix string launcher, or could I use like any one that was released in TT? That's the only right string launcher that's been released in
Right.
Hasbro.
I don't know about launchers. Knowing
I would imagine if they were doing that, it would have to be only the ones that they've done for Hasbro. Because it's like same here, but we don't have like the separate like branding issue. Like it's not so much like if they've released the Hasbro version here, whatever. But like we can only use the TT stuff that is officially released in Thailand, recolors included. So like if there was a launcher or something that hasn't had a Thailand release, but they had it for TT stuff still in Japan, it's the same launcher, but we can't use it. Or like the same for like recolors, like the rare Baguettes and whatever. If there was a booster released in Japan and it had a recolor of just like flat, we couldn't use that flat bit in the tournament here until it was officially released here.
Like I mean, in terms of launchers, the only thing I can think of that hasn't been released where you are would be like the E4. Not even. No,
you don't have Samurai Saber, do you?
Like
no.
So yeah, it would be like the Tani Tatsuya Phoenix Wing like winder launcher. I can't get anything else that you haven't received.
Well, you wouldn't have had the the anniversary box officially released either, would you?
Was it not? You haven't had it officially released there?
I don't think there's a Hasbro version of them.
Oh
yeah,
no,
no.
I'm talking about in Thailand.
Oh no, we got
Uh,
in Thailand. Yeah, we've got the official release of that stuff here. I was talking more about Juice, like they wouldn't be able to use their longer
Okay.
ripcords and shit like
yeah,
that. Um,
no longer
And you probably have
ripcord.
to use like
I
the
think.
black one only, right? For
yeah,
the
oh
winder
bro, I was
rotor.
so hoping that
Not the
the black will
one
get
for
an
the
official
booster.
release here by now. I would run in Phoenix for the tournament. I think if I mean, I still think Wolf is the better choice than my Phoenix combo, like overall. But yeah, if I had the Black Phoenix in time, I would have been running that shit for sure.
I mean, I
Yeah,
brought up the
your
Black
all black
Phoenix to
metal code deck.
Sapphire, but
Bro, my deck would have looked so nice. Black Goo, Black Phoenix, and Gold Rod. Just like, oh my god. Instantly just give me the cup. Although there would have been loads of people probably running that
Oh,
same deck, but mine would look
man,
best.
you got your Drum Buster too, man. Don't forget about
I
that.
can't use it. I can't use it. It's not officially released here.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
that sucks.
I would so like I mean I took it like I took the deck that I was going to use for the tournament and I took a duplicate of that deck for spares because you have to submit your deck and your launches and stuff like that to the officials and stuff and it's sealed away you know to get it for your matches. So if you want to practice with your combos you need to bring duplicates. But other than that,
shit.
the only combos I took were
Wait,
my like sexy ones. So it was like Bay Park, Buster, Cora Wing. I don't know, some other sexy shit I've got. I can't remember, but it was just pure drip. That was like AP. I still took like Aero Pegasus and shit like that with me and stuff. You know, like for the fun battles, for the proper testing to see how they did against the new releases and that.
Yeah.
Bro,
I just remembered
like
that. Speaking of the Black Phoenix wings, we never got around to doing that other order, did we? Did we miss it?
You realize this like on the 1st of May, and we missed the deadline.
Sapphire, I've got some sad news as well. I haven't even had to think about it and message you. So you know the Friendship Reaper, not Reaper. Was it Reaper? Hell's Reaper? Hell's. Yeah, the first one was Hell's Reaper. Yeah, Friendship Reaper. You sent me. So I forgot about it for a moment, and then I think it was on the 22nd or 24th. I checked the tracking thing, and it said delivered, but that had been delivered on the 18th, and I was like. No, it hadn't. I was like, where was it? So I was like trying to contact them, and because there was no normally when they deliver it, there's like a picture as proof of delivery. So if they've delivered it somewhere wrong, at least I can try and I don't know triangulate the location of it and turn up there. 'Cause, a couple things, for some reason, they get sent to like a hotel that's like a mile away from me and stuff like that for some reason. But yeah, there was no proof of delivery or anything on the like photos or whatever on the tracking and stuff. I tried to call the what was it post office here about it. That didn't go very very well. And then tried to do like an online chat to the Japanese thing, just like the tracking type thing, and everything it just came back saying it has been delivered. I was like, okay, yeah, this ain't going nowhere. So someone's enjoying a free friendship life out there.
You're kidding.
That sucks. It should be insured. Something. I mean, I can try the Japan side.
I mean, you're welcome to. I'm not stressing about it. I mean, of course, I'd like to have it, but yeah, it was like
honestly, like if it was insured, like because I know like, they'd like to screw you over there. I put like that's worth to only be like a few hundred yen. Like at best you get like 300 yen.
Yeah,
so
I'm not like.
I don't know if it's even worth it to be honest.
No, but it's just funny that I was like,
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, like it's like no one's fault other than I'm assuming like either the post.
At least someone's fault, but it's not ours.
Like yeah, like it just went to because they didn't even try and call me or anything. You know, normally if they're not even on an address, if they're about to make a delivery to you, they'll always call ahead because no one wants to do any work here. So like if you don't answer the phone when they call you to say that they're going to make the delivery, they just probably won't make the delivery to you. So I didn't have any missed calls from them or anything on that day or anything. So yeah, completely.
You remember these things, friendship.
Well, hopefully.
If I see another one, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we'll let another one have a friendship.
Yeah. We'll just slowly
I'll
fill every Thai's inventory.
Single-handedly provide the friendship.
You know what's really funny though, bro? You know what's really fucking funny is I checked because I hosted a tournament the other weekend. One
Mm.
of the dudes competing there, he came up and I don't know why exactly. I think he just, I know exactly. Dude was like, he had crazy like main character energy, like like hit all the just like, and a bunch of these dudes were my friends growing up as well, but just the autistic like long sweeping hair energy of like up and to the side and like I'm the chosen one kind of like thing going on. He turned up. It wasn't a prize for the event, so I'd sponsored some of like the bits and stuff like that. The shop had sponsored whatever it was doing and all that shit for the prizes. He turned up with a copy of the Hellscythe Friendship Bay in one of those plastic acrylic like showcase boxes, just to put next to the prizes, and then he just took it home with himself afterwards.
Bruh.
I was like,
Like,
oh,
where'd you get that? Oh.
yeah. Well, I was
Oh,
like,
someone didn't deliver it. I just took it.
because he his box for like, oh no, he didn't take it out of his box first, but he went over to the pricing where he put it to go like show me after he went in my little carry, and he saw like the gold rod, the AP, and like the cobalt, like all that shit, and he was like, oh wow, you got some rare bloody blah. So, oh, do you have this one? And he went over and grabbed his Hellscythe. I was like, oh, funnily enough, actually, my friend in Japan sent me one. It should be arriving sometime soon. And that's why I checked the the tracking that evening, and I was like, uh oh.
That came straight from your letterbox, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That was yours.
He knows where I'm at.
He was waiting. He was waiting.
Yeah, he's a harmless dude. I mean,
Okay.
I had that one exchange
That's
with him, and then I
hilarious.
had like a follow request on this and a friend request on this, and then a thing from that, and I was like, holy shit! All right, bro. All right, bro. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
I have a few more things to just like bring up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but LSB's combo arc slash I think it's a 160 low rush. Do you have any opinions on that? Because I've tried it myself and it did okay,
What did you say?
but like
Louis Scott Vargas has started playing Beyblade.
let's spin bays.
Oh,
Our
LSB.
boy,
Okay, sorry.
yeah,
Okay.
he made a video before for like it was an arc slash 160 low rush. I was wondering, like, have you tried that? And if you have, what's the opinion?
I mean, it doesn't
So far,
sound
it's
good.
nothing crazy. No, but it's not. I don't know. Like, it did all right, but like, this is only practice against myself. I haven't been able to use it
I mean,
against anyone yet.
it'd be interesting to give a go. Like I think the more parts we're getting now, there is more chance of there being some like rogue build that people just haven't really thought about throwing these parts together and thinking it will be like, okay, this could be good. So there might be some case uses. Doesn't sound good. Arc
No,
isn't
yeah,
very
no one knew
good for
exactly and say
much
it's
of
fucking-
anything. It's like a stamina blade with a couple big impact parts that rarely get a good crit, but do a very good job at just killing its own stamina.
fair.
Which is a shame because it looks so cool. The arc blade looks so dope. Like, and the blue one,
They do look
That blue
cool.
one is so
so
nice.
nice, so nice. Like
I sent photos of a different combo.
yeah,
that
I'm
has
looking
been
at it
going
now
around here.
with the hexa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
from that.
a few people have been using it over here recently,
Mm.
and they said it's done all right.
Yeah.
I mean, one of our guys got third with it,
Mm.
and he said it was one of obviously like you can get third with anything, but like it wasn't, but it was like doing most of the stuff, most of the effort apparently.
I think one
Which
thing.
is 160 bumper, a bumper 160 hexa for those
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, like I think with new releases and saying where they drop into the meta, you always have to like take it with a pinch of salt for the first few weeks because of how popular the new parts like immediately get. So the meta that the new parts get released into isn't necessarily as cutthroat and refined as the meta was the day before the release because everyone's turning up to the tournaments with like some tweaks to their deck or a fully new combo or like say past weekend where we got like so many new parts in one go, like there might be like 2-3 new combos in your deck, like so yeah, I think like it's always good to let the death settle for like first week's like tournaments, and then by week 2 it's probably like you're pretty good for the next 2 weeks before we get the next monthly release, I guess. But
I mean, it is 2 since CX initially released.
oh,
More than that,
is
right?
he only just put out his video on Arc now? Is he?
Oh, for Lesson Bays, I don't remember when he put it up,
Hmm.
but it was I think a week ago now, maybe more.
Bro's
But
just
this
gotta make
one
better
was
combos then.
used.
That's ass.
This one was used. This combo that I sent the photos
Yeah,
of
yeah,
was
yeah.
used start of April.
Hmm.
It was used recently at our Sydney X1
Hmm.
that just went by.
Yeah, okay.
But so far, it seems like
I mean, it's a fucking
it's the only
dreadnought,
one
that's
that
for
people
sure.
are enjoying. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can enjoy from CX, but right now this is like one of the few.
I think if you're really into CX, in a sense, you're probably more into like the customized and aesthetic side of it. So you probably like that side of like the hobby more. So I think if you want to make your strongest CX combo at the moment, it's probably going to be a combination of Dran Brave on charge, with probably like a 3 or a 960 and a more aggressive bit. I think that's probably the better way to build a CX combo at the moment.
Yeah, we'll have to try
I
that.
fucking love the look of Reaper. I haven't got Hell's Reaper yet, but Rhino Reaper looks dope. And I want something to be good on that. I think the best thing I found for... Oh, actually, this is something interesting. I am testing out 455 a little bit more on stuff now with not terrible results all the time.
Yeah, I've heard of things from 455.
Like it's just low enough now with some of the stuff you can combine it with that you might be able to avoid ratchet contact. It's just the big risk with it is like impact burst still, like not so much the ratchet twisting from it, but the bit just shooting out the bottom from them, which makes me more apprehensive with it on attack combos. But I've been trying it out with low flat recently on some stuff. I'd say the best combo I've found for Reaper so far is Reaper on 455 low flat. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's the best Reaper combo I've found.
Want me to try? I have a tournament this weekend. Do you want me to try it out?
I mean, I would be able to very quickly suggest 3 combos that are way better than that if you want to do better at the tournament, but
No,
I'd love to see how you do with it.
this is a new season. It's
Mm.
like we've reset. So I plan to win just with anything. Like I was
Okay.
gonna go with like just stupid shit.
All right, let's
But
build.
then
Let's
I
build
thought
Jesus
about
deck.
it. Like I could go in with my normal deck, like
Mm.
Pegasus Dragoon, Tyranno, or sometimes Wizard Rod on 160 low flat,
Mm.
low rush. Sorry,
Mm.
but I really wanted my the Valkyrie
Oh
because
yeah.
it's so fun. It's not the greatest. It's not. I mean, some might say it's not good at all,
I
but
went against the
I like it.
Valkyrie user for the first time in the tournament. I beat the Valkyrie.
It's
It
so cool.
does look
It's
good
so
though,
cool.
and I'm not gonna lie, because I hadn't even like gone against it once in testing or anything like that beforehand. The sharpness of the contact points is a little intimidating,
Mm.
because you're like, oh shit, like one badly positioned contact could go really bad for me here, like because it's not the lightest of the crossover bays either. So it's like, oof, I don't want to take a bad contact from one of its little wings, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, I can outspin this motherfucker for sure.
Yeah, 360 low rush. I tried it on. It
Mm,
did all right.
yeah,
Again, it wasn't enough to
sorry.
really give me solid proof that it's like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
But it was fun enough to make me want to try it again.
the string launcher in the anniversary set, the blue,
Oh, I don't touch them.
they look nice, man.
No, for sure they do
The
look
darker
nice.
blue one, like I think that's the one for Valkyrie, isn't it?
I think so, because yeah, Jinga's was the lighter one.
Yeah, that looks really nice, man. That looks very, very nice.
Oh, wait, I haven't heard Sapphire in a hot minute. Are you alive, good sir? What are your thoughts on the launches of the anniversary set?
Yep, Sapphire's down.
Sapphire?
Sapphire's down.
No.
He's probably had to run out of the room for a child emergency or something.
That, or maybe something with his headphones again.
Very possibly.
Oh, I seen a flicker.
You've seen the flicker for life in Sapphire. All right.
He hasn't had a word in a minute, so he's just faded away.
It's just asleep, man. Dad life. It'll do it to
I
you.
wanted to ask one more thing for like about Melbourne, because I don't think he really answered my last question. If how the bleeders there
Yeah.
just said a bunch of everything except for like if they were good or not. I was gonna ask next, like
Yeah, he's not gonna. He's
how
not
other
gonna.
people. No,
Can you?
you can't now.
Oh. It's like my signal back.
My
Just to tell
microphone.
them how bad the leaders
Well,
are.
actually, I don't know why. I just changed my input method and it just reduced the quality by a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Have you been here the entire time?
Is
Good
that better
sir?
now?
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My microphone died. I didn't realize because I'm not using microphone today. 'Cause
You're just there
it's already
like,
been packed up.
wow, these guys are ignoring me more than usual. What's going on?
I've been making comments.
Oh no.
Just talking to myself.
Yeah.
I feel bad because if you like tried to talk and like we would have cut you off at some point.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't saying anything significant, I think. Or maybe I'm just used to being ignored, you know.
No, don't say that. Do you like the launches, good sir?
I was gonna say, yeah, I do enjoy the launches. I exclusively use the string launches.
Mm.
Because I love
From the
how the
anniversary
blue one
set.
looks very similar from the anniversary. Because I love how the blue ones look very similar to Cobalt Dragoons, and it messes up people.
Yeah, it does.
And
It genuinely
Oh,
fucking does.
yes.
It genuinely fucking
Yeah.
I've
does.
seen
So
that
that's
happen.
And I'm one of those
I've seen that
fucking
happen
people.
IRL.
exactly. It's just for you. That's why I do it. But then I actually for my left string launcher I use the black one because it's much better than my blue one.
Oh yes.
I don't know if the blue
Oh,
one's
yes.
been. Do you know? Did they have the blue ones? I've not got a Hasbro Cobalt Dragoon yet, but my blue one was absolutely atrocious.
think
Which is like
so.
I guess the first run of.
I don't know.
From what
I got
they're a little bit better.
2 of the Cobalt Dragoon ones for myself, and I got 1 for Nanashi. The 2 I got myself were the first batch, and they're fine for me. The
Bad.
second one, the one I got for Nanashi was like way newer, and it seemed fine as well. But he doesn't actually the slip grips right spin, but he likes using them on the left spin launcher. For some reason, there's a difference for him when launching them. So
I think the slip grip's really cool. I just don't see a point in using it because I wouldn't be allowed to use it in the official
that's
competition.
like
I might as well just be practicing.
I haven't
But
used
I
it.
wear gloves when I play competitively.
Yeah,
so it just slips easier.
Yeah, I stopped using for the month before the G2 just to make sure I was launching properly without it. I threw it back like last night was me kind of like getting back into using the slip grip for a minute again while I was recording my launches and stuff. Getting back to it, and I really do love it with the slip grip. It is nice. It's much more convenient than without it, but you need to be able to do that shit like without it at the official tournament. So yeah, you need to properly without.
Actually, that kind of a whole point for like Hasbro qualifiers. Like I think a lot of people are really gonna have to change the way that they're playing and what kind of setups they're using.
Grip.
So you guys love like the customized and like printed like launcher grips and accessory like everything like.
It's the Wild
Launcher has naked, completely naked.
It's like, no, I can't express myself
Straight
as an
from the
individual.
Yep. No battle pass. No.
On a level playing field with everyone else. I hate it.
Yeah, battle pass as well. Like, 'cause a lot of people use battle passes as grips, don't they? Like, I've seen people use like just the launcher, but with a battle pass. Like,
I don't like it. Oh, maybe because I have short, fat hands. So that's probably why.
I don't know. I got big ass. I can't do my techniques with the string launcher on its own. I need the grip to do like hammer grip I do because I try and do like I can do the launches, but like my hand's too big. If I try and turn it or whatever, I just hit the stadium shroud like every time. Like I need like I kind of use the grip more to be able to like poke my launcher further down into the stadium than I could with my big fucking fat hands. Like it just takes up too much of the stadium. Like I'm just instantly told to like launch from higher up, and I don't want to have to sacrifice like my launch position. So it's the main reason I probably use the T grip or the hammer grip with the string.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do with it. It's just I'm just gonna really have to practice with a grip, assuming that the UK actually has a qualifier.
Yeah, man. I hope for you guys it does. Like I've got to leave Thailand for like maybe 3 days in like a couple months. So if you guys don't want, then maybe I'll be in the UK for like a few days. I don't know. Try and come win your qualifiers and come back to Thailand. But if you guys aren't having one, I'll just go to like, I don't know, Singapore, or just play like a G2 or something there.
Yeah, they got stuff on all the time.
Yeah, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous because it's such a small place, so easy to get to everything that's going on there. Like you just jump on the underground and you like wherever very quickly. Oh man, their underground's so much nicer than in London as well. Goddamn.
Wait.
Singapore.
I've got since Sapphire's back.
Mm.
I don't remember if you really answered my question about how the Melbourne Blaze, but how'd you find people? How'd you find it in general?
Oh, I love Australia. Australia's great. I hate Virgin Australia. Everything else is great.
Wow, he hates virgins in Australia. That's crazy.
No, I got okay. So like I got screwed over. Juice knows this, but I was very encumbered on a flight as I got into Melbourne, and
Yeah.
I left my passport and my Switch OLED that was in the same bag. I left it on the plane.
Oh mate.
And like yeah, I knew it was there. I knew that's where I lost it.
Yeah.
And I called twice a day, like for the next 4 days afterwards.
Yeah.
And they were just like, no, it's not been turned in yet. No, it's not been turned in yet. I'm like, well, I'm fucked. Like I need my passport to get home. So I had to cancel my passport and my daughter's passport as well, which was in there.
Oh, no.
Which was even more effort to do.
Mm.
And then I had to go to like both of the embassies or whatever the places are and get an emergency passports. And then just as I was flying back to Gold Coast after like my week or so in Melbourne, I was like, oh, I'll call them one last time. And I went to the help desk and I asked the lady, like, hey, where's the payphone in the airport? She's like, no, I'll have to look this up. I'm like, okay. She's like, well, why do you want to make a call? And thank God she asked that question. I was like, well, I want to call the Virgin like lost baggage airline, lost helpline again. And they're like, oh, well, actually, they store it just around the corner. You can go ask them. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. I thought I had to call them.
Yeah.
So I went there and I asked them. I was like, hey, look, I've tried calling a few times, but I lost this bag on the flight. And I was like, what does it look like? I told them, and they went out the back, and I was like, no, we haven't got it. And I was like, wait. So like, what was the bag again? And she's like, okay. I went and had another look. I was like, is this your bag? And I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
They had it. And I was like, that's so weird. I was like, so like why? I was like, that's why it wasn't, identified, because I was very clear.
He went on to his Breath of the Wild save and someone's like finished all the dungeons for him.
I know. God, I hope not. They didn't even know the passports were in the bag. They looked at it. The only description that the bag was given was electronics. They didn't write anything else about what it looks like. So I was describing my bag, and they were like, "No." Like if I said just electronics, they'd be like, "Oh, we've got it." It's absolutely ridiculous. And they all the people at the council were like, "Yeah, that's stupid. That's so stupid." God, I'm just so used to Japanese like customer service being like amazing, and I'm just like, I have to remember.
Yeah.
Like not everywhere is as perfect as Japan.
I felt so bad, man.
But like at least I got my passport, or at least I got my Switch bag because I had.
But if they looked into the bag, they should have seen the passports, not just the Switch, right?
Bro, they didn't give a fuck.
That's
They
the
just
thing,
like,
they just opened it and
left their
went,
shit. Oh shit.
That's the thing. Yeah, they just don't give a shit.
They didn't even write the description of what the bag looks like because I described it like to the T. I'm like, it's a grey bag.
Right.
It's this
They
brand.
just
It's got
don't
black
care.
mesh and a black shoulder strap. They're like, nah, you haven't got it.
Yep.
Just like,
Can't see
it's
it.
so stressful for me and my family though.
Bro.
But like the tournament was great. It was in love. I met so many really, really cool people, and it was a bit strange because when I play in Japan, no one there knows who I am. But I met like quite a few people who came up to me and said hi, and I met a few other Baytubers like the MMBC guys and like Zero as well. Yeah, super cool people. It was really nice with them.
Photo with Cube and Zero.
I did, yeah. That was nice timing.
That wasn't meant to be a photo just for me, but then they ended up using it in like all their posts and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Really? I didn't.
Well, I told Cube like get a photo with Sapphire, Pax, Zero, like all together, and he's like, and well, he missed out on Pax, but I got the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Pax for a bit. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Kid, lovely man.
And the kids as well. They were really, really sweet. Like, like, oh, I watch your videos. I'm like, you shouldn't be watching my videos, but thanks.
What do you mean you shouldn't be? You're like the most tame one out of the three of us.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't
like,
want to get demonetized.
When I meet like the kids and they're like, oh yeah, we watch your videos and stuff because it's all like Thai kids over here. I'm like, God damn, I hope you don't understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like a good influence for that. I can teach you how to use the Beyblades, but don't listen to anything else. Just watch it with the sound off, please.
Well, that's why I only swear videos because I'm like
There's
I'm
on
like,
Blade's channel.
I
Fuck
mean,
it.
I'm not allowed in my regular. You
Yeah.
know, I'm pretty used to being tame. I'm like,
Right.
okay, even though I don't intend it for this audience, like
Yeah.
just in case, like I don't want to.
It's really funny
don't wanna
actually.
be that.
Like, because I always speak like this. But whenever I was at work, because I was like say teaching back in the UK or my classes and stuff, I would never like. I was working in something like especially if it was someone else's gym or whatever that I was teaching. I would never swear. Always very like see blah blah whatever. And when I opened up my own place, it carried on more into that and everything like that. As soon as I came out to Thailand, and you have to deal like especially working at like Tiger, because I was used to working in commercial gyms already that had like large student bases, but Tiger Muay Thai is like a different beast, and you're just herding so many people. Some days it's ridiculous, and you get so many fucking idiots. Like I've just lost all of that like level of like professionalism now, where I'm like, now if you're being a fucking moron, I'm immediately letting you know and I'm giving you shit for it, like because I don't want to fucking deal with it, and it's like carried over into all the other stuff I do over here, like the ADCC events and stuff like that. Because my mentor for the judging and reffing is the head of Southeast Asia, who's a Japanese guy, Shinya. And the first time I saw him dealing with someone trying to complain with him, it's like, you shut the fuck up, you respect what I fucking said. And he was just like fucking backing his voice and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, so ADCC do not care about this kind of stuff. So I can kind of just run shit how I do normally when I'm teaching here as well. That's cool. That's nice. It was like, it was a very easy role for me to slip into. But yeah, I have to tone it down now when I'm doing like the event days, because of course it's like the rules meeting and we have all the junior events and stuff like that, and I'm not like a terrible person, but like, I just like, yeah, I don't think my videos are for like kids at all. They're for like 30-plus-year-old men who want to play with kids' toys. That's my audience.
Hooray.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, boys. I think I've gone over most of what I want to, or what I think there is big to go over in the Beyblade world right now. Gentlemen, I know you've got stuff going on right now. Is there anything you want to plug? Any projects, any activities, any collabs that you're involved in, or just anything you want to shout out?
Let's Sapphire.
Yeah, like I said, I got to hang around with Jacob Pomegranate when he was in Tokyo, so I got a bit of footage. Unfortunately, some of it seems to have just magically disappeared from my phone, but
Wait, what?
I have got some stuff, so I will get that. And then obviously, like, you know, I'll be getting reviews out for a Fox Brush and
Man,
Forgot all about that.
Close.
finish.
So close. Should we start
Yeah.
straight into another episode of the podcast talking about Fox?
Yeah, we'll maybe hold off on
No.
that. But it's gonna be. Don't have a, because I'm moving out. I won't be filming in my normal location. So
yeah.
I'm planning to do something a little bit different. So
Blading
look
on the
out for that.
road. Let's go.
Blading on the plane. He's gonna strap
Blading
himself
on the
to it
plane.
like a biplane acrobat and just like start blading off the back of it. Like when they did that in Metal Fight, didn't they? They had Jinger on the back of a biplane.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Because they had him strapped to a space rocket. I'm sure they did like a
Crazy
biplane or
stuff.
something first.
They had Jinga strapped to everything, man. I was like, what do you mean? Your
Oh.
To be
footage
fair, they had
just
strapped
magically
Beybladers in that series anyway, didn't they? Trying to take each other out. So.
disappeared? Oh, true. Yeah, one of them, the Capricorn guy was
Yeah.
was a sniper.
The long range blicky.
Yeah. What do you mean by your footage has magically disappeared? What do you mean by that?
I took some footage. We were in the karaoke place of actually Jacob and I having battles with each other. So we did a first of 4, best 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
Best out of 3. And that footage seems to have disappeared from my phone.
I think I can.
I may have accidentally deleted it. Which is a bit of a shame. I lost.
Oh.
For anyone interested.
I might have
was gonna
accidentally
say,
deleted it the moment I realized I lost.
That's
No,
what I thought.
I definitely won, but it's just disappeared.
I definitely won. I just can't prove it now. It's a shame. No, it's just his word
That's
against
good.
mine.
That's fair. I believe you. I believe you.
All right, Juice, what you got? What you got, bro?
I got a whole lot of nothing, bro.
Is there anyone else you want to shout out, Juice? Then
Any events coming up?
Hey,
if you
this
haven't
is
already,
a
go
qualifying
to
event for Worlds.
nah.
Shout
Wait,
out
what?
to Karatomi Launcher Grips.
Shout out to Cube. Love that kid.
Big
He's a
Go to-
fan of 3D
He's
shapes.
lovely, man.
Yeah.
I like his
haven't
game.
already, go check out. If you haven't already, go check out the Beyblade Australia Network channel as well, BBBN,
Dope.
which is originally Zero Burst, but he's now changed it. Dude,
Fair play to him.
speaking of that, have you just watched the video he uploaded just the other day for the promo?
Nope.
Oh my god, you just need to
No,
watch
I've
it.
not watched much
It's
recently.
so good. The footage is so good.
That's sick.
Not to
Just
gas
on
it
this
up or
channel a
anything.
second ago.
Nice.
can-
The showcase, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I will go check it out. Maybe I make an
Yes,
appearance in the background somewhere.
Everyone go check it out. You at
Definitely
home
worth
listening.
checking out now. There's a wild sapphire.
Oh, I don't know if you might pop up in the background, but I don't know if any shot focuses on Sapphire, unfortunately.
There's no close-ups of any fucking pommies in the crowd. Not have any of that going on. It's the Australian
No,
network,
no.
not the British network.
There was someone. I don't know if. Oh yeah, Sapphire. You did see him. The guy from New Zealand at the Melbourne event. He was doing
Yeah,
interviews and
yeah.
stuff. His video was fun.
Druzy? I
yeah.
started watching it.
Druzy Drowsy, one of them.
Yeah, I started watching his video,
There's people
and I
from
didn't
the
get to the
UK
point
too.
where he interviewed me.
But no
I didn't
close-ups
actually
of
get to
them.
chat with
No
any of them.
close-ups.
No, there
Oh
was
my
a
God.
close up. He interviewed them.
Yeah, he's interviewing.
Just
Yeah,
blurred
I
out
heard,
their
like,
faces.
someone was telling me there's some people from the UK, and I'm like, I didn't get to meet any of these
Dubbed
people.
over them with
But
Australian
yeah,
accents.
there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, there was so many people there. I feel like don't you used to have like a radar or something? You can tell like when there's another person from the UK, you can just look at them.
Yes, because there's trumpets
But
and
everyone in Australia is
being
basically
called.
people.
Ah, yeah, fair.
Someone offering to shine your shoes or sweep your chimney.
That's all I'm good for nowadays.
A kettle is just constantly just finishing boiling, like anytime two British people meet on foreign land. Like,
I am literally drinking a cup of tea.
or it's
That's
like,
amazing.
unless it's in Spain or something, it's just like two fucking shirtless men who look like they're made out of leather, just like pointing both fingers up in the sky. Oi, oi. Lads.
What a place to end this lovely podcast.
I got nothing else to promote. I don't think.
Beautiful, guys. Well, I appreciate your time. If you want to catch anything of mine, I do apologize. I've mainly been uploading members content. Recently launched tech videos, testing videos, practice training companions. I've also launched the Bega training card game. It comes with a base set of 40 combination cards to practice against 20 launch cards. To practice, since its first upload, I've added, I think, maybe 8 or 12 more combo cards, including the newest releases and some more launch cards. Working on Blader profile decks at the moment. So
Did you want to go more into depth with that next time as well?
yeah, I'll talk about it
Because I wanna-
probably when I've because I haven't actually
Yeah, I wanna
filmed a
hear more
video
about
about
it.
this stuff, so I'm not like looking to like plug it long. Just for any of the loyal, very committed listeners who have made it this far, have probably already heard me talking about this. But if you are interested, I've shared some of the for free already on the channel, like regular. But for channel members, there's a couple different uploads already that you can download the PDFs of and print off your own copies, or just store the images on your phone to run the deck that way. I did a live stream the day before I left for the tournament, kind of like just talking about the deck and different ways you can use it to practice and stuff like that. So that's the only thing I've really put out there about it. So if you haven't, feel free to recap yourself on that one. But yeah, other than Beyblade stuff, I've been recording a lot of D&D content recently to kind of like eventually get edited down for a new kind of like dungeon TTRPG channel. I think I mentioned a while ago, recording some group sessions where I'm DMing, and before we actually recorded this today, started filming the first part of my first ever attempt at doing a solo D&D adventure, which is kind of weird because you're just in a room talking out loud to yourself. But
Interesting.
it's a thing. So yeah, expect that to happen at some point in the future. But yeah, I'll sign off,
Very
gentlemen. Thank you once again, and we'll catch you in the next one, Beybladers. Peace.